Hi guys! So today's video is going to be my makeup collection video. I know I've mentioned a bunch of them going to be doing that, so that's going to be today. I redid some of my storage recently and finally got it to a place where I'm pretty happy with it, so I thought it was time to share. So I am going to detach the camera from my tripod, or at least move it over here where you can see my stuff a little bit better, and I'll show you everything I've got. Alright, so this is my makeup dresser. This is the whole top of it. This corner here is what you have been seeing behind me in my last several videos. So I have up on top here two palette organizers or letter holders. This one is a little zebra print one both of them were gifts from my mom actually. And in this palette organizer I keep my pretty palettes. So I keep my Vice 3, my Vice 4, and then my Edward Scissorhands palette from Sugar Pill because this packaging, just, oh, so pretty. So that's what I keep over here. So if I get a pretty palette or something I want to reach for more easily because it's right next to me when I film, this is where I will reach to grab those more easily. Whatever candle I'm burning is also going to be here. Right now it's Twisted Peppermint from last Christmas at Bath & Body Works. I also have a lipstick holder. Right now it's actually holding this BB cream from NYX because I wanted the product to settle so I could figure out how much was in there. I'm probably just going to throw this out, but it's up here. And then this can hold 12 lipsticks. Yeah, so it can hold 12 lipsticks. I figure I'll just put some ones I've been reaching for a lot, like my go-to favorites in this. And then, or ones that are just have particularly pretty packaging. And then this is my other palette organizer. This one, it has two larger sections. It's just not a pretty palette organizer, it's just kind of a beige mesh thing. And all of my less pretty palettes are over here. I'm not saying they're not pretty, because I mean, I love the look of this one, but it just looks a little weird over there. So, this palette organizer, I have the Balm Voyage palette, the original Balm Voyage, the original Naked palette, I have the Revealed 2 from Coastal Scents, the Urban Decay Smoked, the Balm Nude Tude, and Urban Decay Naked Smoky. And then in the front section I have slightly smaller ones just for ease of grabbing, so I have Balm Jovi Rockstar Face Palette from the Balm, the Meat Matte palette, the Meat Matte Nude palette, and then my Urban Decay Naked Basics, the old eyeshadow ammo palette from Urban Decay, and then the deluxe shadow palette from Urban Decay. Also, my candle lighter lives over here. So down here I have the whole dresser itself. This has 4 drawers. It is from Kmart. I don't remember exactly what it's called, and I just threw out the box for it. So this is a 4-drawer dresser. I had to assemble it when I got it home. So the top drawer is my lip drawer. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen the inside of this drawer, because I've cleaned it out recently, and I still have too many lip products. So you can kind of see I have all these little organizers in here. This big one my mom got off of Amazon, and she got like a pack of 4 or 5, and she gave me one. Great for lip products. These two are from when I used to get Birchbox. This one and is from the dollar store. This one's a little bucket from the Target dollar section. And then there's just enough room for me to put my little Urban Decay box here. So I keep my lip drawer organized by color family, so that way if I'm looking for a specific kind of color of lipstick, I will reach into each section and find one, hopefully that maybe isn't the one I always wear from that section. So, back here, this section is all my crazy colored lipsticks, so greens and teals and blues. I've got a couple of ColourPop Ultra Matte lips. I have my new one from Geek Chic Cosmetics. I have, a bunch of ColourPop lippy sticks, and OCC lip tar in here, a lipstick from Melt, so lots and lots of funny colored lipsticks. The next section here is the super dark, I call it my almost black lipsticks. Black goes in the different colored ones. This is for super, super vampy dark colors, so I've got mostly ColourPop, Feminist, Nevermind, Creature, and Dahlia. I've got one from Milani, one of their moisture mattes. I have a butter gloss from NYX. I have at least one ColourPop Ultra Matte. And then this is an old Lip Junkie lip gloss from Urban Decay in the version the outer cap broke, but it's such a pretty color that I held on to it. Great lip gloss for topping off any of those colors. The next section down is my corals and super peachy warm colors, and oranges as well. So I've got like this NYX bright orange color in citrine. I've got this one from Clarins, and this I've never actually worn, but it was a Christmas present. This one I have more like hydrating colors in this formula, probably because I wear it in the summer and my lips dry out like crazy in the summer. Got some lip glosses and my Milani color statement. I love the way this smells. Oh, and this one is Nevermind, and this escaped from the dark section. The next one down is my purples. So I have plums and purples separated, even though they're very, very close, just because these are ones that have more purple to them. So I've, again, a bunch of ColourPop. A huge selection of my stuff is ColourPop. I've got Leather, Flawless. I've got Too Sexy from the Fall Collection box. And I've got Brills. I've also got a mini lip tar. I've got a pretty berry color. A lot of the ones that are dupes for Max Rebel go in this section as well. I also have a double-ended Bite Beauty lipstick in Palomino and Violet. Because it has two colors, one I would qualify as hot pink, one I would qualify as a purple. I chose to put it in the purple section because this section has more room. And I do have a cup like this one. This is one of the only CoverGirl lipsticks that I kept, and this is a very unique color. It is a purple with a blue duochrome. The next section over actually has two sections within it. Up here towards the back, I keep my more treatment colorless things, lip primers, lip scrubs, and lip balms go up top. So I've got all three of the year-round flavors of the Lush lip scrubs, the Kiss lip scrub, and a backup that I got this year, my Agave lip mask from Bite Beauty. I have two different lip color removers, lip scrub from e.l.f. And then the lower part is my more like neutral pinks. They're not super bright, so they're softer pinks. Just hot pink, bright pink has its own section. So I've got my favorite lip gloss ever, which is the Juice Beauty Reflecting Gloss in pink. I've got some butter glosses, a couple of ColourPops. This is probably the section with the fewest ColourPop colors. Couple of ultra matte lips. Ooh, that's like really empty. I didn't notice that. This is Bumble. I think this one was a leaky one. That's why it's so empty. But just a bunch of more neutral pink things here. Then back here is the reds. This used to be in this little bucket, but I had to move it into this container because it was overflowing. So I've got stupid numbers of red lip products. Red lip product is my obsession. I love red lips. I love every finish of red lips. I just love red lip colors. So I've got quite a few from Bite Beauty now, a couple from ColourPop. I've got one from Lush. I've got Butter Gloss. I've got a few from NYX. I've got quite a few from NYX actually. So that's my reds. Then the next one down is nudes. So anything that I qualify as a nude color on my skin tone. So I've got like Bite Beauty's Pepper. I've got the lip gloss in Honey. I've got ColourPop's Midi, and I believe Trap and Tootsie are also in here. Yes. So Trap, and then Tootsie is in here. I've got Two Timer from Buxom. I've got MAC lipstick in Cream Cup. So anything that is nude on my skin tone goes in here. Then this is the berries. So I have the Cur Royale line. The funny thing about this color itself, it could be purple or berry. I just chose to put it in the berries because at that time it had more room. It's got this one from Jordana. I've got a jumbo lip pencil from Buxom. And then the mini Cur Royale Luminous Cream lipstick. And a couple of Buxom lip glosses in Dolly and Jennifer. And then the final lip section is the hot pinks. This is, you can tell, the section I have the fewest things in. I don't really wear hot pink lip products. This is the easiest section to clear out every time. So I've got MAC's Girl About Town, Out of Sync from ColourPop, this lip balm treatment thing from e.l.f., lip balm, tinted lip balm from another lip balm from e.l.f., a butter gloss, a butter lipstick, a couple from Wet n Wild, and then this lipstick from Maybelline that I rarely ever wear. So this is my lip drawer. This drawer is just a random mixture of things. You get a lot of face things, like more face things. I've got my brow stuff, and then I've got cream shadows because I have a ton of cream shadows and I needed to put them somewhere. So this is my cream shadow section, and also face mists end up in there. I've got concealers and powders, foundations and primers, blushes, contours, blush contour combination type things, brow products, And then tucked back here I have some lashes that I pretty much don't wear. I can't get them on properly. So we'll start with the blushes. So I have both of the blush palettes from e.l.f. and their contour palette. I have this face disc from It Cosmetics. And then I have my e.l.f. blush. I got rid of the rest of my e.l.f. blushes, but I still have this one. I've got my NYX blush in taupe. I've got my two face blushes I got for Christmas, and then a mini of the Chocolate Soleil. This is a blush from Fiorne in Royalty. I've got my two MAC blushes, and then all of my ColourPop blushes lined up here, and then my blushes from the Balm all through here. The next section over is where I keep concealers and powders. So my face powders usually are in this back corner. It got a little messed up when I opened the drawer. And then my loose powder. And then my concealers are down through here. Up there it is. My Naked Skin is my favorite, but I do have a couple from e.l.f. And then my under eye corrector, and this one from Milani, which I don't think I've worn in a while. I probably ought to get rid of it because I don't think it matches me. Then I've got foundations. I've got this way too dark CC cream from It Cosmetics that I can use if I mix it with my Hard Candy Glamouflage. I have this BB cream from Tarte, which I actually need to get rid of because the sunscreen in it expired. I have this Tarte Miracle Maracuja foundation, or Maracuja Miracle. This is actually, I think, my mom's, but she let me use it. I've got my Too Faced Primed and Poreless, my favorite primer. Two different primers from e.l.f. A little mini primer from Tarte. And then my e.l.f. foundation stick. This is like the only foundation I can actually wear from e.l.f. And then some samples of foundations. I don't even know what they are. I probably should throw those away because I think they're old. Then this is my cream shadow section. You can see this is a pretty full section. In here I have mostly Maybelline color tattoos. Before I went cruelty-free, I was a Maybelline color tattoo nut. I have this little double-ended eyeliner and shadow stick from e.l.f. in Midnight and Blue. Yeah, this one from Laura Geller that my mom gave me. It's really pretty. My Jordana eye pencil in black. I have a, I believe, Milani shadow stick in black. And then the NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk, which I hate, but I hold on to because pretty much so I can talk about how much I hate it and how it's so beat up. And then I've got my face mists. I've got a little mini D-Slick from Urban Decay, the original mist and set from e.l.f., and then the MAC Fix Plus. And then this is my brow stuff. I have my backup of my brow pencil plus my favorite brow pencil, brow mascara, brow gels, brow pomade, brow powders, and then these two, I have a brow marker even, and then these two Wet n Wild pencils that I actually do use for brows when I choose to make my brows match my hair, because they're kind of waxy. They're not great as eyeliner, but I do use them as brow pencils occasionally. So that is that drawer. This drawer is mostly eye stuff, so, and by mostly I mean completely eye stuff. So I've got this little acrylic organizer that my mom gave me, with little mini palettes and things. I've got more Birchbox things with eyeliners and eyeshadows, and then this was a sewing stuff organizer that my grandma gave me. I don't really sew anymore, so I use it for eyeshadows. So starting over here, I've got this e.l.f. beauty book, and then the Dark Rose palette from BH Cosmetics. I also have the Forever Nude and Forever Glam palettes from BH Cosmetics. I have the Day Edition and the Cool Edition of the e.l.f. beauty books, a couple of palettes from Claire's, a little quad from Coastal Scents, and then 4 quads of e.l.f. eyeshadows. Over in this little mini section, I have the 4 Twinkle Twinkle palettes from Profusion. I love these things, but I almost never reach for them because they're all shimmery based on the name. I have a really old beauty book from e.l.f. in the Warm collection. I don't really use this one anymore, but I keep it because it has really gorgeous green eyeshadow in it. And then my 4 6-pan palettes from Wet n Wild. I have Blue Had Me at Hello, Comfort Zone, Petal Pusher, and then Drinking a Glass of Shine. And then I have my Wet n Wild trios here. So I've got Spoiled Army Brat, Grey's Matter, To Muse and Carouse, I'm Feeling Retro, Zero Dark Flirty, Three's a Party, and then I've got, and the next one over is Enlisting for Beauty, Camera Obscura, the Silent Era Film, and Silent Treatment. So I kind of have more neutral ones and then more color ones. down here I have my eyeliners, so liquid liner, gel liner, whatever else. So my 3 ColourPop ones, which are all colored. I've got Boots. What are you called even? This one is called Exit, the white, and then maybe the green. I've got a glitter liner and then 2 of the NYX Extreme liners in a purple and a blue. I keep my black gel liners in this corner and then liquid pen type eyeliners through here. Don't really use well style liquid liners except for this glitter one and the colored ones, so I've got one from Kat Von D, one from Milani, one from Hard Candy, one from Jordana, one from Physicians Formula, and one from Jessie's Girl. This little section is my loose eyeshadows. It's mostly Vanity, but I do have 6 from Geek Chic Cosmetics. I have a few from samples from Jessie's Girl, and then I have 2 from an indie brand that is no longer in business, Tea Party Cosmetics, something like that, or Teacup, or something like that. I know it was like Alice in Wonderland inspired name, so I have 2 from them, and then I have a couple of the Infallibles from L'Oreal that were limited edition. I think that's it. I think I got rid of everything else. Oh, and I have a couple of Lamika Beauty ones that I got in a box somewhere along the way. So I have a ton of these. I used to hate loose shadow, and now I get way too much of it. And then finally, my single shadows and primers. I have eye primers all through here, and then my eyelash glue that I use to apply my fake snake bites because I needed to put it somewhere. So I've got like the Pixie Epoxy from Vanity, Urban Decay, Milani, and then glitter glue from e.l.f. and a Hard Candy eye primer. Then going into here, I've got 2 singles from Wet n Wild, Brulee and Nutty. I've got a single from Pacifica. I have the 6-piece set from ColourPop from the fall collection, Forever Freshman. I keep it in the box set so I don't mix up which colors came from what set. And then I've got more in my inexpensive shadows towards the back. They're mostly baked, so I have 2 from NYX, 4 from e.l.f., 1 from Jessie's Girl. I have a mineral shadow from e.l.f., and then I have a Sephora, old Sephora single. And this is all my ColourPop shadows. I have a bajillion of them. I kind of just reach in there and grab whatever I'm in the mood for. I have a ton of ColourPop stuff, so I'm not going to go into too much detail in there. And then this is where I keep my more high-end shadows. So I've got 2 Sugar Pill singles. I've got 2 Urban Decay singles of their regular formula, 2 singles of their deluxe shadows. I have 3 MAC shadows. And then I have this one I got in Ipsy, and then below that I have a single of a shadow from the Balm that was a sample from Ipsy based on one of their palettes. And then this final drawer is kind of weird because this is my highlighter bin, and I lift this out, and then underneath that I have all of my jumbo palettes. So I've got a 78 color one, I've got 2 100 color palettes, an 88 color palette, a 144 color palette, this weird thing from Ulta, and then my 10 pan concealer palette. So lots of stuff in there, and then I keep this little box with my highlighters in there for now until I can find a better place to put it. I have a couple from Becca, a few from ColourPop, and then the rest are just e.l.f. I don't own a ton of highlighters. And then all of my makeup bags go over here, and then I have these clothespins for clipping wax or parchment paper over my light to diffuse it. So this bottom drawer is nothing super fancy. The thing that gets the most use is this highlighter thing, and that I pull out, and half the time it sits on my vanity. Speaking of my vanity, that is right here. So you can see I've got my mirror. This usually lives right up top here, but I take it down and I film because it blocks the camera. But this is my mirror. I got this at, I believe, Ross. Yes, I got it at Ross for $13.99, and it's this gorgeous gunmetal color. I love it. It's sturdy. I've knocked into it several times, and it hasn't broken, so I love that. That box down there has my nail polish. Excuse the box. I have this acrylic organizer I got off of Hot Look. I don't remember the brand, but like stuff I'm using on a regular basis gets put in here. I have a honey stick in here because I found it in my purse. I needed to put it somewhere. I need to wash it, but I have my Beauty Blender and my Real Techniques sponge, and then my e.l.f. poof I use to apply powder a lot of the time to get my foundation to actually set. I have 2 of these little 3-drawer plastic dressery things. The top one has my lip balms that I reach for a lot, and then this one holds like the lip wipes, some little mirrors, and then the cloth for cleaning off my camera. And then for some reason there's a box cutter, so I stuck it in there. Over here I have my brushes. I have another acrylic organizer. This is the Get Glam tray by Trend Mood and Zahara Beauty. I've got my pencil sharpener back there, fake snake bites, and daily brush cleaner. And then underneath I keep my makeup wipes. And then here I have my little mascara, Perversion, and I have this one from Buxom. Those are mascaras I will open up when it's time for me to get into a new one. I've got 3 colored mascaras. These things are ancient, but I almost never use them, so I hold on to them because they're unique, fun colors. And then I have Urban Decay Perversion, which I do have a backup of once I use it up. I have this one, this waterproof one from e.l.f. This is what I use on my lower lashes. I've got a waterproof mascara top coat from Hard Candy that I don't really use, but I want to use. And then I've got this 3-in-1 mascara from e.l.f. which I love. So that is my little mascara holder. This was from the dollar store. It's supposed to be a pen holder. So this is my pencil holder. It's just a little mesh cup from the dollar store, I believe. It's mostly Urban Decay, but I do have a couple from Rimmel. Like 3 or 4 from Rimmel, a couple from Jordana. I do have this one from Jane Cosmetics that I love, a few from Pixie, and then I have 4 from ColourPop, and I store these upside down so you can actually see what color they are, so I know which one I'm grabbing instead of having to grab each one until I find the color I'm looking for. So that's where I keep my eyeliner pencils, and those live over here on the edge of the table like this. And then I've got my brushes. So I actually organize my brushes by type of brush. So this one has my brow shaper things, and then my little pencil, the scissors I use to trim my brows, and then these are brushes I use to highlight my brow bone. That's the only thing they do, so that's where those are. Then I've got fluffy blendy brushes, I've got little detailer brushes, shader brushes, and then foundation concealer brushes, blush brushes, contour highlight brushes, and then powder brushes. So even my brushes are kind of organized. I do keep like a headband and a hair tie over here in case I need them. And that is pretty much my makeup table. So that was my makeup collection. I'm sorry if the video was like super shaky. I was holding the camera during that. I tried to stay looking through the viewfinder to make sure I stayed like looking at the correct things, but it's really hard to tell what my camera is doing sometimes because it'll go out of focus and I'm not used to holding my camera. I hope you guys liked this video. If you have done a makeup collection video recently, I would love to see it. You'll link me down below. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.